All right, welcome back to the second part for the ELT125, section 3, session on October the 1st. I think I'm sharing a slide that we discussed previously in the first part, which are the features that we can find on weak forms. The reduction in length, the reduction towards schwa, right? Vowels which are being reduced to a schwa, the elision of some vowels, the elision of some consonants, and sometimes whenever we have an alternative weak pronunciation, some of them are preferred, right? For example, can, right? And can. The first one that includes a schwa, and the next one, can, that does not have a schwa but a syllabic consonant, and that occurs before a vowel sounds. All right, and I wanted to share with you on two things before we go on a speaking practice, which is one exercise, this first slide, and then a website that you can find quite interesting because it contains function words and the phonetic transcription for the strong form and the weak form. The first exercise out of 3. Which element in the transcription can you identify that contain a reduced form?
Four.
Okay. Excellent. Let me get the... Okay. Any other?
A.
Perfect. All right. And f are reduced form, right, of the respectively a and 4, right? Excellent. The thing about this is that usually she is transcribed with this long vowel sound, and here is reduced. The length is reduced, right? Second example. That's strange. I'm sure I put my glasses in my bag, but they are not there. Same question. Which elements in the transcription do you think have been reduced?
That.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But, teacher?
Mm-hmm.
But. Right
All
there.
right. All right.
I'm.
Okay. I'm.
And show, I think, too. Let's find out.
I think,
Okay.
teacher, the.
Put. Put.
This one? Put?
I'm not sure.
They are.
Okay. Okay. Definitely that's, instead of a trap, has been reduced to schwa. That's right. In the case of but, instead of a wedge, but in this when we use a strong form, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Okay, we have a schwa. In the case of I'm, this is a contraction. It's not a weak form, so we call this contraction. I'm, she is, and the pronoun is I, and the verb is am. So it's a contraction. We call it contraction. Sure, sure, right? It's just one way to transcribe according to some specific accent, right? Some say sure, some say sure, right? But it's just the transcription for a specific accent. So it's not a weak form, okay? And
okay.
yeah, and all right, and there is one way to pronounce this. There is another way. So it's also this transcription has to do with a specific accent, particularly a type of British variant, or I wouldn't like to say RP, but a British version. They're not there. So actually, if you see the transcription of this one and the last one, which are this one and the last one, they are exactly the same, because I got this transcription from a software, and I chose RP instead of General American. Okay, so this there is just the way that it's transcribed according to one specific dialect. So this is not a weak form. Okay, the weak forms in this are that's. Now, some speakers would prefer, according to the context always, all right, to stress this first element right here. So the speaker could say, that is strange. That is strange. So in that case, the speaker is using the strong form that includes this trap. That is strange, right? Otherwise, that's strange. That's strange. The focus is on strange. Therefore, that the speaker is supposed to use the weak form. Last example. Transcription. Where do you see weak forms in this transcription?
And
What?
but again,
But
Okay.
sharp.
and was
Was.
Okay, was.
They.
The.
The. Is that all? Oh, sorry, I missed the other the.
Yes,
Because
both.
you already mentioned both, right? The shirt was pretty expensive, but the shoes weren't, right? Because the focus is, the nouns, shirt, shoes, the verb, specifically this one, because it's contradicting the previous statement. The shirt was pretty expensive. The focus is on expensive here, and pretty expensive, the adverb and the adjective. That's why this verb, even though it's reduced, but the second one, weren't, it's essential that we use the strong form, because it's contradicting the previous one. So it's just weren't what? Weren't pretty expensive, right? So that's why this verb can be reduced, and always articles, right, and conjunctions, right, can be reduced. Let me share with you, before the speaking practice website, if you're interested in knowing which elements, which weak forms can be stressed, which elements can be used as a strong or weak form, is this one. I'm going to copy and paste at the same time. website link in the chat box. And as you can see here, determiners and quantifiers such as the and some have a strong form, but also a weak form. And in general, it is the weak form, the one used in context, in a sentence. Pronouns, strong form in the second column, and the weak form in the third column. Okay. Prepositions and particles. We have the strong form again in the second column and the weak form in the third column. So then, it, f, from, or fum, or fum, of and of, to, is, the, right? Conjunctions, right here. Auxiliaries, it's a pretty long table. Okay, pretty long table. And that's it. So this is going to become very handy for you to study, to practice, and also to use in the following exercise. So keep it handy because you're going to use it. For the speaking practice, you will have to go to the following website. I'm going to copy and paste the link in the chat box again. I think you have been before. You may have a deja vu here. You've been before, you have visited these websites before. This is just one of them, all right? On the left, you see short dialogues 1, 2, and 3, right? So for short dialogues 1, you have a list of options. Even you have pages 1, 2, and 3. So you have many options. I'm going to click here in short dialogues 2. You will see other dialogues. Okay, and different pages. And the same thing with short dialogues 3. Okay, let me click here in short dialogues 3 in entertainment. In entertainment, let me get rid of the ads. You have several options. For example, see a movie. And in here you have a dialogue. You can listen to the dialogue, you can read the script, and you can practice. Okay? Now, I'm going to copy and paste Zoom invitation in this chat box. Okay? I will meet you in Zoom for you to practice. What I want you to do is I want you to select at least 3 different dialogues. 3 different dialogues. I want you to listen to the recording. I want you to practice, right, speaking with someone, these dialogues. And I want you to identify which elements in the sentences have been reduced. In which section of the sentences the speaker is using a weak form and not a strong form. For example, let's go to a movie, or let's go to a movie. Okay, let's go to or to a movie, to a movie. Okay, so at the end of your practice, you should have at least 3 dialogues to choose from. Probably I'm going to ask you to select one and to show us your exercise in to the class, to the rest of your classmates and teacher included, all right? So I'm going to copy and paste the invitation right here. Here we go. In the chat box, can you see it now?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, so I'm stopping the recording here and I'll meet you in the Zoom session.